Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah. Welcome to our Sunday night team call. I always love seeing your beautiful faces and connecting with each and every one of you. I've got some exciting stuff to chat about tonight. This is the last full week of November and then on to December. So we are bringing 2019 to a close. It is going to be here before we know it, and that always brings, for me, reflection. And then also a little bit of urgency in where am I? Where did I want to be? Am I where I want to be? And if not, why? Which starts me this, I get this little feeling of, I'm not going to say desperation, but it's this little bit of, oh goodness, I could have done this better. I should have done this better. Why didn't I do this differently? It's that whole year end, evaluation and reflection, which is a good thing. I think it can be very good, just like we do with our goals, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. I think it's always good to kind of have that check-in. But I wanted to share with you something that I was feeling as a little bit of a stirring, and then kind of some information around something that I'll just be honest with you is kind of a note to self for me, and I'm just going to kind of let you in. And then, as he always does, the Lord just kind of orchestrated. I'm going to share a testimony with you that just kind of really factors into everything that I've been kind of thinking and wrestling with. So I'll just be honest with you and say, goals that I had set for where I wanted to be with a lot of different things, I'm falling short, okay? So that creates in me this feeling of urgency, this feeling of, oh my goodness, I need to hurry up, or oh my goodness, I need, and when I start feeling that way, I start doing things in a way that I shouldn't do. And let me just share with you what that looks like. For my business, that looks like me being worried about me and my end result, me being worried about me and my goals. And so today I went out for a drive, got some fresh air, played Christmas music, and I just really started to think about, why am I even doing this? What is this Plexus business? Why is it that I can go, run into Michael's and swipe my credit card and never check my bank account, and be blessed to be able to do the things that I do? Why am I here? And I was reminded today, I am here not for the paycheck solely, and not for, all of the wonderful, the Lexus and the trip to Maui and all that. All of that's great. But I am here because as we share, as we reach out, as we follow up, we are changing lives. And in this kind of reflection time that I've been having this week, and specifically today, I've been making phone calls. Yesterday I picked up the phone and started calling people, and I was reminded that there are real, warm, breathing people on the other ends of the phone that's not just a name on my back office genealogy. And I was reminded that there are stories, that there are lives that are being impacted. And I was then encouraged that what I have been doing for the last 9 years is still what I'm going to keep doing forever and ever. Amen. Because we still have work to do, right? So I'm going to talk specifically about how to not allow a sense of urgency to create desperation, which then creates spamming Facebook and spamming messages, join my team, buy my products, all of those things. And that's honestly what I felt like I was going to start doing. Like, Black Friday is coming, I can post a coupon code. You know what I mean? And I got to thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not just going to put out there coupon codes for Black Friday because I want my end result at the end of November to be better, right? I want to share authentically for so many reasons. And a little bit of sleep deprivation might make me emotional, but I am not going to pick on Candace, because bless her heart, she just accepted my friend request like maybe 3 minutes ago. But Candace, it's great to see your smiling face and nice to meet you through Zoom. And I'm so thrilled that you are on here. But I got permission, and I want you guys to listen to this, because this, like I said, divinely drives home what I want you guys to hear from me and what I'm going to talk about tonight. So Candace shared this 56 minutes ago. She put, call me crazy, but I quit Plexus years ago. Okay, so you guys have to hear me out. A few years back, I was on fire. By fire, I mean 30 pounds lighter, acne-free, IBS-free, ovarian cyst-free, anxiety and depression-free. And I could go on and on and on. And not to forget, pregnant. I was on Plexus for 6 months and ended up conceiving after 2 years of trying. I'm not saying it was Plexus, but I'm also not saying that it wasn't. A lot of things can change when you take steps towards bettering your health, including your fertility. Unfortunately, I suffered a great loss, and I miscarried after a trip to an amusement park. I didn't know at the time. I quit Plexus. I quit happiness. I quit everything. My depression and anxiety came back tenfold, and currently I'm still suffering. Also with the other things mentioned earlier. So guess what I did? I rejoined. Here's to health and happiness. And that message would not be a testimony had one of our team members not reached out and made a phone call to a warm-blooded body on the end of an order number. And I wanted you guys to hear that the order numbers that we get in our emails are people every single day, just like Candace and her beautiful face smiling on this call tonight. I want to thank you for being brave, Candace, and sharing your story like all of 5 minutes back into your new second Plexus journey. And we are absolutely thrilled to have you here, but I want you guys to hear 2 things. One, we don't have Sunday night calls and Monday night meetings and Tuesday power hours so that we can all be rich. You know, money helps to pay the bills. We have Sunday night calls and Monday meetings and Tuesday power hours so that we can reach all of the Candaces who are praying for an answer, who are looking for a solution, who need what we have. So I want you guys to hear me right now. I want you guys to listen. Yes, we're going to have a Black Friday coupon, and yes, it's going to be great, just like all the other incentives that Plexus ever gives us, right? And yes, we want to reach out to people and tell them about that, but I want you to know that it's a life and it's a story, and some of them are, the people that we reach out to are stories that are yet to be written, that need to have a fresh, clean page turned in 2020, and we can give them the pen. So I want to share with you guys a few things. Now feels really awkward and hard to shift from that story and bringing home the example of why we share, but now I want you guys to know something. If I go and share, or if Candace goes and shares that story drew me in. I read that story and I immediately was hit with, and Candace, by the way, I'm so sorry for your loss, and we are going to be praying for you. And that story drew me in. It tugged so hard at my heartstrings. And then to hear that she already has a wonderful testimony from before. It worked once. And that's partly part of my testimony, the IBS and the migraines. And I was a chronic, ovarian cyst sufferer for years and years and years. So many things resonated with me. When we share a story, there might be other people out there just like Candace who are suffering silently, who need what we have. And if we don't share the stories, if we don't make the calls, if we don't tell about what we can do, people are not going to know what we have. I want you guys to hear this. And when you are tempted, so from this Stories That Stick by Kendra Hall, if you guys have not read that, it's an amazing book. I want you guys to hear me, that when you feel like, yes, I need my business to grow because I need my paycheck to be bigger, which is it's valid. There's a lot of people listening to this right now that Plexus pays their bills, and that's okay. Network marketing is the greatest profession out there. I am so blessed that I have kids with the flu and I don't even have to worry about calling a boss tomorrow. I just get to pick which Christmas movie we're going to watch while I sit on the couch and work from my phone, right? I mean, honestly, it doesn't get, for me and where I am, it doesn't get any better than that. But Kendra Hall says, this is a reminder, and this is something that I've really been thinking about. Storytelling is one of the most powerful business building tools in existence. It captivates, it influences, it transforms customers, stakeholders, talent, and beyond, closing the gaps in business with bridges that last. Telling a story and everything that we have with the testimonies for what we are doing, I want you guys to remember when you are tempted to throw a random Black Friday graphic with a, whatever percentage off coupon code, I want you to remember that as people are scrolling social media and as people are listening to what you have to offer, that's just going to be more noise for them. That isn't going to urge somebody to say, I need to go to Natalie's website and click shop or click join. But let me tell you what, if they hear about people like Candace, if they hear about people like Heidi, we've talked about your health journey and how healthy you are, and so many people that need to know that on the challenges and health struggles that you've had, Heidi, what the Plexus products have done for you. I'm not saying tell a story just to tug at heartstrings, but I'm telling you that when you tell a story and it tugs at heartstrings, there is a physical reaction with serotonin, with dopamine, with oxytocin that turns that story into an emotion and prompts our brains to take action. Okay? So it's not going to be a coupon code or a percentage off or a join my team or a buy my product. It's going to be I have a friend named Candace, and this is where she was, and this is where she is now. If this is you, I'd love to share with you what I found. And it feels different, and it is different because this isn't about points. It's about people. And that to me, I don't know. Like, I've always known that. Like, I love quoting Jennifer Leaf. It's not about the points. It's about the people. She said that at convention 2 years ago, and that's always stuck with me. But as I'm working through this book and truly reading, I'm like, oh my gosh, it totally makes sense that when we share the testimonies, people can see themselves in the struggle and in the pain. And even I've minimized my story. Like, I've said it so many times. Oh, I was a registered nurse working 12-hour night shifts, blah, 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 right? That's words. But when I really get back to what those 12-hour night shifts were for me, the feeling of pulling into the parking lot as the sun was going down and walking up to press the elevator button as it was dark outside, knowing that I was getting ready to spend 12 hours while everybody slept working, right? I loved being a labor and delivery nurse, don't get me wrong, and I adored my patients. But that 3 a.m. bloated stomach and migraine and the flickering fluorescent lights and the desperation to get home and crawl into my bed and the physical nausea of just being exhausted from staying awake. And then if I had a bad shift, having to stay late and chart, and just the anxiety and the pressure and the physical toll that it took on my body, reducing my story to I was a night nurse that worked 12-hour night shifts. That doesn't create a story, right? But if I were to tell you about the feelings, the sights, the everything that shift was to me or did to me towards the end of my career, that would create some emotional, response. That would evoke the, oh my gosh, I'm right there with you. I hate that feeling too, or whatever the case might be. So I think even in telling our own stories, we have to remember there are still people out there who have never heard it. And it's not just words, and creating an impactful story that you can share. And even if you don't have your own testimony, if you're brand new, if you're starting over and still are not seeing all of the benefits for what you're hoping Plexus is going to do for you, That's why it's okay to borrow somebody else's. That's why we're all here. That's why we all share. That's why you know, our health and happiness pages with the testimonies are so amazing, because we can take that story and we can use that. But I want you guys to know, and I'm so excited. I'm not quite halfway through this book. It's been absolutely amazing. Stories that stick. Kendra Hall was a speaker a while back. She's been making the network marketing circuit because it's so powerful to know that stories do connect. So I want you guys to remember. I honestly think that it's worth even doing some research. You know, they say, I Googled right before I jumped on this call, facts tell, stories sell, because that is something that we've said over and over and over again. There was about 20 articles, 15 videos, that whole terminology, it actually is rooted in science for what happens to somebody when they hear a story and what they do with decision making and purchasing after all of that. So think about that as we're getting ready for Black Friday and to close out this month. I want to spin that into, if you have not watched Bob Heilig's video that I posted yesterday on our team page, it's amazing. Same kind of concept. We don't want to just get out there and sell, sell, sell. We want to create stories. We want to be intentional about what we're sharing, how we're sharing, and why. And he talks all about identifying your ideal customer. And then as you share, whether in person or social media, speaking to that ideal customer and telling a story that will help to engage them and draw them in, rather than just giving your facts and your percentages off and your Black Friday deals. So please, please, please go back and watch that if you have not. If you have a few extra minutes, I posted a podcast link in the comments, and there's also a link to a PDF for how you can use this week to get ready for a company Black Friday sale, and there is one coming. And then that is going to lead into, I wanted to let you guys know our 3-day challenge last week was great for everybody that was able to have time to like jump on board and invite people in and who had people participating. Me personally, it was a great opportunity. People said they felt happier. People said they felt more energy. People said that they were encouraged and feeling like they could get on top of making a plan for their eating and working. There you go. Very good. Yes, these 3-day challenge boxes are doing amazing things. So I want to let you guys know, that's right, stop dieting, start living. You can still go in and buy your bundle of 5, your Business Builders bundle for $89.95. 20 PV, and you will also get the $20 off coupon inside each of these boxes. There's a $20 off coupon. I love having them on hand because that way people can just pay me cash or PayPal me. And if they say, what's this Plexus stuff? I want to give it a try, but I don't know where to start. Starting with the 3-day challenge can be amazing. Now, I will tell you guys, if somebody's all in and interested, I've had a few people, they're like, yeah, that 3-day challenge sounds great, but how do I order? How do I join? I'm not going to give them a 3-day challenge instead of signing them up. I'm still signing those people up and then telling them to go get their 5 boxes of 3-day challenges so that they can tell their friends, right? So we had some really, really good success. We do have some team members who are doing another one this next week, because the shipping was a little bit slower. We did sell out and they got back ordered for a day or two. So we're still getting into the routine with that. So some team members are going to finish out this month with one. Our next big team momentum challenge is going to be December 9th. Okay, so we are going to do some power hours and some messaging blitzes and some IPA work leading up to that, starting tomorrow, okay? Now, I want to remind you and let you guys know, branding yourself, posting on social media, doing, you know, all that kind of stuff, that's all great. What it boils down to is what we're doing productive and getting into action and doing our income producing activities. If you are here to earn a few dollars so you can pay for your products every month, that's great. If you're here to earn $500 a month so that you can go on vacation without putting it on a credit card, that's amazing. If you want to earn between $1,000 and $2,000 a month, because that would help you with giving up a second job, or, you know, whatever the case might be, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, your day will look different for the time that you actually devote to IPAs. But I am here to tell you, if you give between 30 minutes and an hour or two every day and do what we do on these power hours that we've just started, and do the intentional things, you will be blown away. You guys, I'm talking to so many people, and we've only had like 7 power hours in the last 2 weeks. I've gotten more done in 7 power hours in the last 2 weeks than I think I have the whole year of 2019. And I'm not even kidding. I've got new people that I'm answering questions. I've got new people that just finished their first 3-day challenge. I've got new people that have just ordered today that are ready to start their next one. Like, I've got so many people, and I'm like, who knew? 9 years in, I'm like staying so busy, and it's just because I'm sharing, reaching out, following up, inviting them to take a look at a video, inviting them to our challenge, inviting them to order, whatever the case might be. So I hope you guys are hearing and understanding kind of this new system that we're using. 1, the Plexus system, and 2, our system of plugging into the Plexus system, because it works, and that's what we want it to do, is to help us to grow our businesses, whatever your goals might be. So tomorrow is the corporate webinar for Monday Motivation, and then Shannon is going to do a power hour. We've had some requests for evening power hours. Tomorrow from 8 to 9 p.m. we are going to be doing a power hour, and that is going to be geared towards just following up with anybody who was interested, last week in the 3-day challenge, following up for anybody who might need some information about, well, I'm getting ready to join, really getting on top of creating those conversations and relationships, so that when we do get to Black Friday, we have the opportunity to say, listen, I understand you're struggling with XYZ. I know the timing may have not been right before, but I couldn't help but reach out to you now because we do have this discount or whatever it's going to be. And I would love for you to take a look, because I really feel like these products or this opportunity could really help you with your goals in the coming new year. So we're really going to be focusing this week. We're going to have Monday night from 8 to 9, and then I'm going to try to do one Tuesday from 10 to 11 Central during the day. We will have one sometime Wednesday, and that will be kind of all hands on deck. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that by Wednesday night, we'll know what the Black Friday special is going to be. And so we can kind of make a plan for how we want to reach out. Thursday is going to be a Enjoy Your Family Day. Connect with people in person, right? For the holidays, for that day. And then Friday, I will be doing a Black Friday Power Hour, so that we can kind of all be on the same page. I'm planning on doing that from 10 to 11. So we can all kind of say, hey, what are we doing? Who are we reaching out to? And what are we telling them? But the information that we're going to be sharing this week on the team page is going to help you with, how can I share my story? How can I make a post? How can I engage on social media so people know that what we have is something amazing, and not feel salesy, and just trying to help get the word out there for everything. We are not going to have a local Monday night meeting this Monday, just because I have 2 kids with the flu and I don't want to share that with anybody, and it's just people getting ready for the holidays. So I think that's pretty much it. I did want to mention, I don't know that we're officially going to go back to book study calls, because that's just been a really hard thing to do, but I would love for you guys to vote. I'll actually put that as a vote on the team page. Reading books together. I read books every day. Okay. So like, you guys saw this one. I think I showed another one last week. Like, I always am reading a book, and I've never had anybody ask me, go buy, or tell me, go buy your next book and start reading. Like, I just read. And that's all new since I started network marketing. If you are not reading, I don't even know how to finish that sentence. You need to be reading. So if you are new and you have not gotten How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business, Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins, this book single-handedly launched and transformed my business. When I read this book, the skies opened up and angels started singing. And I was like, oh my gosh, network marketing is a business. It's legit. Other people are doing it, and other people are successful at it. And this is all the secrets for how I can do it too. Like, it literally, I couldn't believe that there was practical. Literally, if you have not read this book and you are listening to this call or this recording, this is your next book. You can jump on Amazon or sarahrobbins.com. I think it's $11. if you can't afford this or you're going to wait and see if it goes on sale, she has a podcast and most of the chapters are free. If you search Rock Your Network Marketing Business on Apple and iTunes podcasts, you can get most of the information for free. If you like what you hear, her YouTube channel is amazing. Bob Heilig, I will be first to admit, it took me 2 years to warm up to him. I did not like him at the beginning, and I don't name drop on here. Sarah Robbins, like, I can show you my pictures about how we're personal friends. So that's why I feel totally comfortable saying I want all of you guys to get her book and read it. Bob Heilig, I have now met. I don't know. I was a little bit unsure, but I have not listened to anything bad from him. He has a ton of stuff. And like I said, go back if you have not watched the Black Friday thing that he did. And then this is my newest one, and it's fascinating to me, absolutely fascinating to me, that she has made a career out of teaching people about how to tell stories. I'm not to that part yet about how to tell good stories, but right now she's creating the argument that everybody needs to learn how to be a good storyteller. And I think that's why I love telling stories about my kids so much, because when I share about things that Hudson does, I get all of that like when I just share funny things or happy things or whatever, you get the reaction, the positive reinforcement, everybody's happy. Like it's just, and it really got me thinking about stories are something that connects people. It really, truly is. Stories are absolutely amazing. They're very, very powerful. So we want to share stories, not just tell facts. We want to be engaging in all. You guys will see there's some story posts going around on Facebook about people saying, I remember when I earned my first $500, like where they were and what that did. Right now, that's the Plexus viral post. It's just picking up some steam. I've seen it about 6 times already today. But it's like one gal was for holding her newborn, and it was, I knew that Plexus was going to be the answer for me to be able to afford to stay home with this baby, or whatever the case might be. But they are definitely tug at your heartstring. I'll see if I can find some of those examples, and I'll post them in the comments after I post this Zoom. But I would love to open it up. We've got a few minutes left. Does anybody have any questions, any comments, any arguments, any thoughts about Power Hours or the 3-day challenge? Please feel free to unmute yourself if you just have anything to add. Anything I forgot? Okay, so maybe we will do book discussion things, and maybe I will start calling on people. Not now, though. we'll think about 2020 since it's so close. I've got right now. I'm still honestly just wrapping my brain around. I really want us to be consistent with, the messaging weeks that lead into getting people in the 3-day challenge. You can call them blitzes, IPA weeks, whatever you want to call them. But I want you guys to know that we are going to consistently do a 3-day challenge experience that focuses specifically on getting your 3-day challenge and walking people through the 4 products that are in this. And then a 3-day challenge towards the end of the month that's just more of a, like one of the, somebody did a Sip and Glow, it was all about skincare, getting healthy from the inside out. We've done some on, I know Danielle is going to do the 3 pitfalls of what can hold you back in getting healthy. Anyway, one of the more informational and educational ones, so we'll rotate those. But we're going to have two events. We're going to have 2 events every month that you can be inviting people to, so that there's always an opportunity with Send, Share, Invite. If you're inviting them to join and they say, no, thank you, it's not time, you can invite them to the Health and Happiness page, where we can follow up with them with testimonies and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that will help. But I love you all. You guys are amazing. If you have time and you want to this week, jump on Power Hours with me or Shannon or maybe Danielle or anybody else who wants to volunteer. We've been having a blast. Sometimes it's 3 of us, sometimes it's 6 of us, just rocking and rolling and doing our work of sharing and touching people and reaching out and changing lives together. So I hope all of you have an amazing night. Tomorrow we'll do the Monday motivation from corporate, and then Shannon will do the Power Hour. we will get rocking and rolling for our last week of November.